everybody. I have with me my good friends Tabitha Meeks, and if you saw us 2 nights ago,
I'm back.
McKenna Hartland is back. And behind the camera right now is my friend Eric Fortaleza, and he's going to join us here in a minute. But I thought first we would play you a little song.
Let's play a little song.
Make sure it's working. Is it working there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's working here. I just don't know if it's maybe it's just taking its time to. Okay. All right. Well, we would do what we can do. It'll usually tell me if some people are on, so I don't know if they're on yet. Maybe let's play the song, and then if it's not
attract
working.
them.
Well, if it's not working though, we'll figure it out. If it's not working, we won't attract them. We won't attract them. All right. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune to rejoice in the rain. Smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy. The system's hardly working, and for some it's getting worse. They tell you what you don't deserve with lines that they've rehearsed. But brothers, we are patient, and in the rocky ground we work. My hammer is a chorus, and my shovel is a verse. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune to rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy. Oh, a little joy. I can't snap my fingers, make the problems go away. Change is God's department, and I file my complaints. But sisters, we are patient, and in the trying times we wait. Music is the weapon with which love conquers hate. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune to rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry it too. To rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Life's no easy game, but I choose. And little joy, a little joy. Come on, Tabitha.
I love that lick so much.
I mean, I could hear you go around a couple more times. I don't know. Like, what
We'll
would
do that
happen?
at the end of the. Oh, keep going. We reprise it at the end.
Okay.
It's like,
Okay.
We'll be like, have a great night, guys.
We'll do our interview. Yeah. Right, like kind of when Eric and you guys are like, we're talking about some really deep, heartfelt stuff. I'll just be like, we'll bring it in like the organ at the gospel church.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? I hope you're all well. This was a surprise. I was setting up for my stream, and I had talked to Tabitha about something completely different, but she was like, come hang out with us if you want. And I was like, well, I'd have to live stream from your house. And she was like, you can live stream from my house.
Well, we're very excited to have you in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're neighbors. So Tabitha and Eric and I are all neighbors. Eric, do you want to join us? Get in here, bro.
McKenna's kind of. She's
Come
like
on.
10 minutes away.
Yeah, you're also, yeah.
Very close.
We're all East Nashville.
We're all East Nashville. Okay, it's actually fun that we play that song because, see, this is an extra surprise for me because I thought I was going to just be streaming with Eric when I pulled up here. But y'all are still here. I thought you had to leave. Great. And I want to talk to y'all about the organization that you guys are all involved in, and especially Eric is a founder of, and you guys, I don't know how you all like see yourselves within that group, but I think of you guys as my pitch meeting friends. Eric, and all y'all at the same time, or was it?
We started around the same time.
Around the
we were
same
the
time.
first. We were the first wave of people that met and
Yes, yeah,
just started trying to do it all together.
yeah. So Eric hosts this, and Tabitha and McKenna have been very involved in as well. The pitch meeting, which in Nashville here is it's more than this, but it's an open mic that happens once a week, and at the open mic they have the killer house band, including Eric on bass, and they'll play with musicians. If you're a songwriter, you come in and you would play your song with the band, and it's a really fun time, and it's like, I would say it's like almost like a public service for artists here, because that's a pretty rare experience. If you're new to town, say, you get to like sit in with a band that is incredible and crushes it, and but you're more than that too, because there's aside from just the event of pitch meeting that happens once a week, you guys have like this ethos to what you do, and that is really cool, and I appreciate a lot. And did you see what it just did? It's
What?
It
Thumbs
did the
up?
thumbs up.
Oh, ethos.
like ethos, yeah.
Ethos.
And so I want to talk about the history of pitch a little bit briefly. The first time I ever played with you guys, we played that song, and
Yeah.
so it's fun to do that with you guys.
When was that?
2021.
2021.
Yeah, it had to be 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, 2021.
It was the summer.
Wow.
That's right.
3 years ago. Wow. And how little has changed since then.
We were just saying how me and McKenna were really freaking out and like nervous about rehearsing with you. We're like, oh my god, this has got multiple.
Not that we aren't nervous now.
You're so nervous.
We're still fangirls first, before friends.
It's mutual. No, I mean, honestly, like, it means a lot to me. It's very kind that y'all enjoyed what I do, but I mean, we're definitely like friends now, so it's all, y'all are some of my dear friends. I count you all to be some of my close friends, so,
Ditto.
yeah.
Same.
Cool beans.
So, how early in pitch meeting history was that?
When you came
When
in?
I came in?
I think, so pitch meetings started around October of 2020.
Okay.
And then you came along
The
maybe
summer-
May?
Summer
Yeah.
2021. I think
Okay.
it was August.
So
Okay.
no, not August. August?
August of 2021, I think.
Right,
That was
less
I
than a
trust
year.
your memory
Yeah.
better than mine.
less than a year later, then we asked you to feature, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know this band. Let's go in.
Well,
Yeah, what were you thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking? So if you ask, the lesson here is like, ask your favorite artist to play with you, and then if they say yes,
then
then like I want to know what
Yeah.
you were thinking.
okay, so
If a
There's-
random band just asks you, hey, play with us, what are your
Okay.
criteria on that? that makes you go, maybe, okay.
Right.
I don't think it went back to you, but I love it.
No, I think there's a couple things that crossed my mind, which were, it's just like, it's nice to be asked and included. So I was just like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. But also, part of why I would say yes was that I could gather a sense from what you were already doing that this was like quality, you know, and like the band and musicians were all really good. And so I wasn't like, I really think for like artists and people, it doesn't matter really how famous or not somebody is. Like, if the music is interesting and well done, like, that's the pull, you know. And I think that's why you guys have been successful in like having all kinds of guests that are monster musicians, and really like some really high profile people have done pitch meeting because you guys are just so great, and you build like a name and kind of clout for yourself over that time too. But like it just starts with the music. So I think I checked out what you did and I was like, seems cool. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, like I think if I go do this, it'll go well, and that's and it did. You know,
It actually did. It was really fun,
Yeah,
and
it was really fun.
that was the start of just we like, even if we met online, you really meet somebody on stage. You really meet them there.
Yeah.
That's when you meet somebody
That's
for real.
true.
Like, no matter how many coffees you have, no matter how many DMs you have, you meet for the first time for
Right.
real on stage.
Well, I also invited Eric over and made
What'd you make? Oh,
pancakes.
Was it pancakes? I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I made Eric breakfast because he reached out and I was like, just come over, we'll chat. So that was like before we actually did any music. So that helped too. Where I was like, this person is insane, but
Yeah.
in the way that I appreciate and enjoy. So So okay, I have a question for each of you.
Oh.
It's the same question.
What is it written on?
It's written on
Your tax.
Credit card
a
statement.
Comcast bill.
Very professional.
Very professional. Yep, it is written
Like he
on
pulls out a scroll.
That would be my Comcast bill. Okay. All right. Same question for each of you.
Oh.
What is your superpower?
Oh, I love
Actually, or
that. No.
I mean, well, if you have a literal superpower and you're like, I can shoot X-rays from my eyes, I'll be like, wow, that is your superpower. Next. But I mean,
okay, it's not hypothetical though.
not hypothetical.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no, not like I want to fly. I mean, like, what is your superpower in your personality and your approach to life and music and everything?
I bet we could answer it easier about each other.
For-
than
about-
ourselves.
Yeah, well, actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this.
We're taking over his questions. I love
I
it.
know.
We could do it that way. We could answer for each other. That's actually
And
really sweet.
ourselves.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be easier, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
I know mine. I think this is my favorite compliment I've ever received. But somebody said that multiple people have said that they feel like they can tell me anything and I won't judge them.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I
That is
feel
true.
like that to
That
me
is a superpower.
is a good compliment because I want people to feel comfortable and not judged.
Yeah.
Beyond like musical
You
compliments.
do judge them, but you don't feel. They don't feel.
No, she doesn't.
If they don't
Actually,
feel like you're
doesn't.
judging them.
Yeah, that's the superpowers. They just don't.
That's
Yeah, they
no.
don't They don't feel judged. They are heavily, but they don't.
I tell Eric.
These guys.
I tell Eric that all the time because if you don't know, me and McKenna are best friends. Best of best friends. And so there's levels. We're at the top, I'd say.
we would say.
And I tell Eric all the time because he's very harsh, and McKenna is just the opposite of harsh. I can't really like tell her anything, and she's just not judgmental at all. And I'm like, babe, like I've learned how to be less judgmental from being best friends with McKenna. And I try and make him learn from McKenna, but it is true. Like we talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really
that's sweet.
Wow.
I could answer it about all of y'all, I think. But somebody else needs to go.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think of Scott. What's Scott's
My-
superpower?
Is that?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I think Scott's superpower is making everyone feel like they have one.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I feel
You
like
actually do.
Scott makes
Yeah.
he finds something really special about almost everyone. Like,
Yeah.
That's
You
so
you
true.
talk really highly of people behind their backs. Like you speak well of everyone, and
Yeah.
you find people's strengths even if they don't. I think.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even like when they don't have any at all, you're still like
He's really harsh.
Oh my God.
Learn from McKinnon.
That's
I like that. Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which makes sense why you asked this question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. What do you think it is for you? That's
For me,
that's
I don't-
interesting to me.
It is hard to answer for yourself, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about this for you, Eric, because I was coming in thinking I was just going to be chatting with you, which this is so much better than just talking to Eric.
Yeah.
So much better. But and there's kind of a two-part thing when I was thinking about this for you. I was like, Eric's superpower is that you have like you have not forgotten how amazing everything is on like a zoom out level, where like this is like your sense of wonder that comes in when you see other musicians and you're hyped about them in a way that like it's just the truth. You actually see it more clearly, but we all get bored with ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like when and I think when I came and did this with you guys at Pitch like 2021, it was great for me because like it was middle of COVID too, and it was just like just a weird time too.
Yeah.
So and I think I was feeling extra bored with myself, and just like you coming in and going like, oh my God, like would you come play with us? It's not just hype. Like hype is like artificial. I don't think you're just a hype person. It's like you see the potential and like the just like how wonderful people are, and you bring that out, and that like also makes you fearless to talk to whoever. Like you can just talk to anybody because you see you see the like the gem, you know, and you don't see like sometimes if I was talking to somebody who I think is really important or something, or asking, so I would be afraid of that, but you're not afraid of that. You just see the potential thing you want to do. Like, let's play together. Let's do the thing.
There's a two-parter to that. One that we always talk about, but the first one is that's learned too. I had to learn that. I remember I used to be so scared to ask anything. It's like, or I used to be so insecure that if I compliment somebody, I was like, I don't want to make it feel like, oh, I am kissing their ass.
Right.
And then I asked someone I trusted musically, because there was a hero of mine that I was like, oh, I'm going to meet him. And I'm very grateful that I love his music, blah, 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 blah. And then I was talking to her and I was like, her name is Vivian Sessoms. She's the BGVs for Sting, Pink. She lives in New York. And I was telling her, oh, I'm meeting this guy. And like, I love his music and I just want to say how grateful I am. But I don't want to seem like a kiss ass. And she was like, but you're not. So why are you worried about that? If
Right.
you're a kiss ass, you can't help it.
Right.
No matter how much you try,
Yeah.
you will be that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, because you're not. And if they don't see it that way, you're just being genuine. So that's on them.
Yeah.
And the two part of that is when you said the zoom out thing. It does very sweet that you're like, oh, you zoom out, and it sounds like you're seeing the beauty and everything. The yin and yang of that is Tabs and I with anybody that complains about life. It's our good friend Laura Barons has this great song about it too. It's poor me. But it's the idea.
Shout out to Slap Jargon.
Yeah,
Yep.
June 1st.
June 1st. Yep.
but it's the idea of like, oh, poor you get to do music, or whatever it might be. When someone is complaining about life, it's like, oh, like anytime there's an artist or a musician that's like, oh, I have to do another gig. It's like, oh, you get to play
Or each other.
or each other. Tabs would
Yeah.
go home. It's like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm like, oh, you get to play.
You do that every day, at least once a day.
You get to play music for a living.
Yeah.
But that's also that it comes from that, and
Yeah.
it sounds positive when you say it, but it kind. I'm not trying to be negative, but it's just like there's not like there's nothing to complain about. Like I get it, music is hard, but you're choosing to do it. But her superpower. What I love about, like, at least for me, that I feel that I get, it's like when it's very rare to find people that like, oh, I don't need flowers or I don't need anything I don't need you to lift me up. I need the truth. Like, and you have, it's so awesome. Because I don't need that. Everyone's like, oh, you're amazing, you're this, you're that. But when it's tabs, it's just like, sorry, this is what's wrong. And I go, yeah.
Nice. Maybe my superpower is people don't realize it's the truth. Nice.
But there's enough in this world that you're always going to be like, oh, thanks. But that doesn't help you. It's like, it doesn't make you better. And there's harsh reality when you're trying to like put down somebody, but it's not that. It's like stuff you wouldn't. If you're gonna say stuff like this, it's because you genuinely, truly care about somebody.
Maybe my superpower would be that I could see, hopefully, what people need to hear. So for you, what you need to hear is always the truth, not buttered up.
No.
But maybe for other people wouldn't have that experience with me. They would have, maybe they just need to hear like, hey, you're awesome. Like, you're doing a good job, whatever. Maybe they need to hear that. And so maybe that's my superpower. I can kind of perceive what people might need to hear.
I feel like your positivity, like, is stronger than anyone maybe I've ever known. Like, you, like, like,
for you.
You always, like, maybe there'll be little dips and ebbs and flows of life and like this career and everything, but you'll give yourself like the shortest bit of time to be upset about something, and then you're already right back like finding the positive to it and the solution, and like you're already getting better, and like you inspire me to do that, and you inspire me to not wallow and not feel bad for myself, and like because you don't do that. Like, you're very independent and like kind of unshakable.
Damn, thanks.
Like,
I remember when we were first getting to know each other, whatever that power that you think she has, yours was, you make people feel it's okay to feel.
Oh, who said that?
No, me. I'm sorry. No, I remember that. I remember the early days of.
It's like such a little love fest.
Yeah.
I know.
And you're like, who the fuck are these people? We want to hear Scott play music.
No, this is way better. I've been doing this every day. They've been hearing me. So it's great. Wow. And by the way, all these people have other superpowers as well, which is like insane music skills. Like,
Forget about it.
as if that wasn't enough. But it's that alone isn't enough, because like it's like you said, when you meet somebody on stage, you really meet them. Like and so like who you are as a person comes out in the music, and that's so real. That's so real, and so knowing just how great of people you are, it makes sense that your music is so good. So that's that was.
I feel like that there are some exceptions to that rule that have like people have great music but they are shitty.
No. I hear it. I think I hear what Scott's talking about in.
No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah,
But it's also like here's the
we're
thing.
just joking.
Here's the thing about that. I agree with you, but I think what it like. Okay, so people are also complicated, and like we're all a little broken in our individual ways. So like you might, I've known people that like, and it's kind of sad, and hopefully it gets better over time. But like, they're not an amazing person, but their music is amazing, but when they play, you're getting the best of them, and you're getting like the real them.
Ooh.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then in life you feel like they have this burden or this chip on their shoulder or this like insecurity that is like the makes a bunch of ego and so I think it's like sometimes you're like, oh, that person that's on stage, like be that person all the time because they're beautiful and that's you, that's them. Like, so
There's a couple good people that have shitty
we shouldn't
music.
talk about Eric. Wow. Should you play another solo on Joy? I feel like this this has come to a beautiful little
It's really like you could do a podcast and start it with that hook. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't start of your
that needs to be
podcast.
like
podcast
this should be our podcast.
Commercials.
This should be like the first pitch podcast. We've been threatening
We
to
have
start a
pitch pod.
Pitch. What did we call it? Double
pod.
bass.
Pitch pod.
Pitch. I don't know.
Oh, were you gonna do like bass something?
Double
No.
bass.
Double bass? Yeah.
No.
Wasn't
I
that an
vetoed
idea?
that.
Okay.
Bass player.
You gotta throw it in McKenna. You gotta throw it in
Oh, we
McKenna.
gotta throw it.
Come on, McKenna.
Yeah.
Do the chorus. Just the harmonies.
He's meaning it.
Life's gonna bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world that I carry it to rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. No, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I carry it to rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Life's no easy game, but I choose the little joy, the little joy. This has been our service. Thanks, guys. That was
Fun.
so fun and impromptu. This
I'm
was.
glad you moved to East Nashville.
Me too. This couldn't have happened. I moved like 15 minutes down the road, but
Less.
No.
Less.
well, no, I mean, I moved 15 minutes from Donaldson to where I
yeah.
live now, which is now 3 minutes to
Yeah.
y'all's house, so it's easy to get here. And this is really fun, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Now, I don't think I have a guest tomorrow, but that changed like an hour ago, so who knows? You know, who knows? Thank you as always for your support. If you want to keep up with me online, social medias are a great way, but also my Patreon page is a great way to support what I do. And any tips that you guys throw us, Venmo, PayPal, usually I have it on screen. We were scrambling. We were just setting up.
This is a freebie.
Yeah, this is a freebie. But if you do want to tip us, you can find mine and I'll share it with these guys. So really appreciate you guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Brought to you from
You say
East Nashville.
Dude, I love
these.